What's going on, everybody? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. So it's wintertime. I want to talk about washing in the winter. Things are going to take longer, plain and simple. Your house wash will take a little bit longer. You can bump your mix up a little bit higher if you need to, but you just got to be more patient. It'll still work at 1.5%. Sometimes we'll run at 2 in the winter. But you also want to keep in mind how old and how stagnant is your bleach. We have a big 500-gallon tank that sits outside. And in general, we use it fast enough. We use 9,325, or we bought 9,325 gallons of bleach in 2018, sorry. Just needed that one more delivery and we would have passed 10,000 gallons. So we'll do that this year for sure. So we've been using the box truck all winter, and we needed to use our flatbed truck the other day. The guy gets out there and a bunch of things. I mean, one, he didn't fully prime the booster pump, but even when he was getting it stronger and everything, still wasn't getting it just wasn't reacting. Even when he had it set at 2 and then 3%, it was barely reacting to it. And we should have realized that before going out with that rig, and I actually ended up messing around with the proportioner and dropping the water percentage so that we could get that bleach level higher because it was so old. The bleach had actually been delivered in late November, so it was basically just over a month old, and it had been sitting in this extra tank with only about probably 40 gallons of bleach in it, in the cold, in the sunlight, and it wasn't that it was completely worthless. We finally got some stuff and we were able to clean with it, but it was definitely far less effective than the stuff that we had been using on the box truck. It's because it had been sitting so long and hadn't been stirred up or anything too. What we have in the box truck is what we're pulling from that big tank, transferring it in. So every time when we're stirring, when we're transferring it over, that's kind of, it mixes it up. It keeps it all suspended together. And because it's been in an insulated environment, you know, when quite frankly, it's a lot warmer in there versus the one that's getting to those much colder temperatures, and again, being outside and everything. So it doesn't mean that your bleach is going to be ineffective, but just keep in mind how old it is. You know, try also, I mean, we ended up getting another 500-gallon delivery because, quite frankly, we've been busy, and unless it becomes, you know, freezing for like 4 weeks, we'll be just fine. The other nice thing about our most recent bleach delivery, and this is also something really important to keep in mind, guys, when you get your bleach delivered from your supplier, that might not be 12.5%. When they make bleach at the actual chemical distributors or manufacturers, that sodium hypochlorate's closer to about 17.5%, 16%. And then it settles around 12.5%, which is why they have to sell it as 12.5%. I had called our bleach guy, he hadn't come back out yet, and I called him again, said, well, one of our pumps is down, and we're out of bleach too. I'm like, great, I'm out of bleach also. They got a delivery on Friday, put it straight from the manufacturing company delivery into the delivery truck, and then brought it to me. So it's 15.5%. It is some serious hot stuff. Really, really hot. So then you have to keep that in mind as well. If your bleach is really fresh, regardless of the temperature, 15.5% is going to cook some serious green off of the house. So again, you adjust your process accordingly to make sure that you are properly washing the house. This is why those dials, 1%, 1.5%, 2%, 5%, whatever, are a general rule. It's pretty close, but it's not going to be perfectly that way. Because if your bleach is a little bit older and now it's more like an 11% or 10% strength, or it's nice and fresh and it's 12.5 or 15 in that situation, that's going to impact how that all works. It's all based off of 12.5 on it. So, anyways, have a great day.